support zone. Yesterday, we've seen that lower low that we wanted to see. We could see one more low, but I wouldn't rely on it. So I'm now rather looking for a larger recovery rally. And what would be a signal for that? Well, first signal would be a break above the trend line. That's the earliest signal we can get. We have, I would say, 2 to 3 touch points here in this trend line. And when we get a break above the trend line coupled with a break above resistance, this would be a signal that a larger recovery rally occurs, and it could be wave C in the white count. So until we break above resistance, one more low remains likely, however, in the white count, actually in all counts, okay? So I think we need to decouple here the micro, nano structure from the overall scenarios, because they all move the same here on this, when we really zoom in. In all counts, we could see easily one more low until resistance breaks. But when resistance breaks, it indicates that a larger recovery is unfolding, and the nature of that rally will help us distinguish between the different scenarios. So from the white count, let's talk about the second bullish count I'm tracking. I wouldn't worry so much about these two or the difference between them. We can't know the difference at this stage. In the blue count, we are dealing with a large 1-2 setup, where the wave 2 is a flat correction, and it's just a different type of diagonal. I've just added it in case we go down a little bit lower, because in the blue count, the wave 2 could go a little bit lower, and then we would see a wave 3, 4, 5. So this is the blue count is also bullish. I find it a bit less likely, but it basically allows for a larger drawdown. It just means that if we go down lower more directly, it doesn't necessarily confirm the bear count. There is still a bullish count in blue, which we could use to track some support levels. But I would say I focus on the white one first, and then it depends on the nature of the next rally, and we can then distinguish between the different scenarios. Because let's talk about the bearish count. Bearish count shows us a larger, or the possibility of a larger decline into the mid 40k region next. In this case, from the July high to the August low, we had an A wave down. The last rally was a B wave, and we are preparing for a C wave down. In this case, the decline was wave 1, then a wave 2 rally, a third wave down, a fourth wave rally, and a fifth wave down. Therefore, I said the nature of the next rally will tell us a lot, because if this next rally is corrective, it could be yellow wave 2. But you see, on the nano level, it doesn't matter. Whenever we break resistance here, it could at least be yellow wave 2. But depending on the structure, it might also be white wave C. It will deter, it really depends on the structure that's unfolding. I will try to track it. If it's very impulsive, and that can happen quickly, we might be dealing with a C wave into the high 60k region. Just want to prepare you, I think, for a possible break above the resistance area and above the trend line. Now, at the moment, until we get really that break, I'm watching for one more nano low in either the white count or the yellow count before a larger recovery occurs. And then again, the structure of that recovery will tell us a lot about how Bitcoin is likely going to move in the coming weeks. Just be prepared that the yellow count is absolutely likely, and especially as long as we don't get